Hello. Movie Freak 2000. What's up, man? Thank you. Appreciate that. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Am I coming through loud and clear? Hello? Yeah. All right, cool. Hope you enjoyed the stream, man. It was a lot of fun. Doing good, Josh. Hope you're doing well, man. Josh, were you able to catch the Blu-ray DVD update live stream? Because we just finished that one up. So this is like the after stream kind of Q&A. Slasher 101. Greetings from Oklahoma. What's up, man? Hope you're doing well. Were you able to check out the Blu-ray DVD collection live stream that I just completed? Because that was a lot of fun. So I was running out of battery life on my phone. My phone was about to die, and it couldn't handle any more streaming. But I think we pretty much covered most of, pretty much all of the collection. So, thank you, Obsoletionist, my buddy RetroCac. Thanks, appreciate that. Austin, yeah, you're very welcome, man. It was a lot of fun. If only my phone's battery life was a little bit better. Which I stopped the stream, and like as the stream was uploading, my phone died. So it was a good time to call the stream. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Live long and prosper from Indiana. Wolfclaw, thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Okay. It should be uploading now, Josh. So after the stream, you can check out. After this stream, you can go check out that stream. What did I think of Suspiria 2018? I enjoyed it. It was there was a lot going on in that movie. Put it that way. It was kind of hard to fully digest, but I liked it. Do you keep all or most of your releases? You pointed out multiple copies of many movies. Yeah, what I like to do is, like I said in the stream, every now and again I do kind of a purge where I go back to the collection, and if I've got multiple copies, or if I've upgraded from DVD to Blu-ray, or if I've updated from a Blu-ray release to a better Blu-ray release, I'll pull those editions off the shelf to make room for others. Hexus, what's up? Sharkfin13, how's it going? Any idea when the Man Cave Tour video will come out? I'm actually kind of considering doing that one live too, because I do like the live format. But I was going back over some of the stream for the DVD collection. DVD Blu-ray collection, I'm sorry. And the audio in some of it was not very good. So like I'm listening to some of it now. Black Christmas, Valentine, Candyman. Then over here on this shelf, right across from it, got Nightbreed, got the Critters collection. Like this audio here's not bad, but there were some moments that was very kind of poppy and cracky. The horror show, Slumber Party Massacre, the Poughkeepsie tapes, Evil Speak. I don't know if I want to live stream. I'm thinking about, I don't know. I'm going back and forth. Should I do that or should I not? I don't know. Right now. I don't know. Still thinking about it though.
And then we go into some others. Let's go back down here. We got some more.
So like here is
Factory. We got Cobra.
Here's some of the stream going off there. We'll put it over here, or let's put it over.
Candyman and Carrie.
Put it right there for now. Why not? Or well, let's put it up here.
Steelbook, Child's Play, the awesome Creep Show set that they released.
So
Night of the Creeps.
That was a lot of fun. I do really like the live format because again, I mean, there's just such you know.
Invaders from Mars, the Sentinel X-Ray.
There's that immediacy. You know what I mean?
Bad Moon, Death Wish 2, the Babadook.
The Obsolescenist. Yeah, that's a good idea. The Obsoletionist. That's a good idea.
If you guys missed my
so we'll let that run, but I'll turn off the audio. So yeah, I don't know. I might I don't know. We'll see. That's a good idea. Maybe pre-record it and then have an after hours live chat like this. That's a good idea. I think that's a good idea. What's the most expensive product I've ever bought fueled by my horror addiction? Well, the Jason busts can get pricey. I like the Devil's Latex busts, and you know those can get pricey, particularly when you buy 2 at a time. As I have a couple of times, those can get very pricey. But I bought the Friday the 13th Part 5 laser disc not long ago, and that one was a little pricey. I absolutely intend to. Creeper Creep. I love that name, Creeper Creep. Yes, Jaden Grimes. I will do a room tour video. I might try and have that one done and out by like next week sometime. I'll try and do that. Gotta do some dusting, gotta do some cleaning, gotta do a little rearranging, but we'll make it happen. Oh, you've never heard of 976 Evil? Onward to Dystopia? You should definitely watch that movie. That's a great movie, man. Looking at the steel books over here. But if you guys have any questions about collecting or about any individual releases that I may have just sort of gone over quickly in the collection, I mean, let me know. Is there a Friday 5 novel? I don't think so. I will. If there was, I probably would own it. Oh, that Xenomorph head. I know what you're talking about, Hexus. And that thing was... As much as I love Alien, as cool as that thing looked, no. God, that was too much. Too much. Hello, neighbor Jason O'Freddy. Okay. Horror Fan Fanatic, what's up, man? I have not gotten a chance to watch Stranger Things Season 3 yet. I was hoping to do that a couple of nights this week, but it's been hectic at work, and I come home, and by like 6, 7 o'clock, I'm just like passed out. You know what I mean? I'm just totally out of it, napping. So I'm not a horror fan, but really enjoyed the Talent Rated Sundown. Oh, cool. Any recommendations along those lines? Talent Rated Sundownish recommendations. Whew. Similar to Talent Rated Sundown. I may have to think about that one. think I'll probably have to think about that one. Well, have you seen like The Legend of Boggy Creek or The Borrowers, which are also films by Charles B. Pierce? Horror Fan Fanatic, did you happen to catch the live stream that I just wrapped up a little while ago for the collection? Did you happen to catch that? Darkness the Vampire. Yes, I've got Darkness. That should have been back there somewhere. Oh, let me show you guys. I was talking about there were some releases that were not in my collection that were next to the TV. So let me show you what those were real quick. Night Watch. I actually pulled Night Watch off of the shelf a couple of days ago. I want to rewatch this one. I remember this movie being really good. So this is one that was not on the shelf, but it's one that I recall really liking. So want to give that one a rewatch. The Zombie Lenticular Steelbook from MSM. This is a Region B release. Not had a chance to sit down and watch this just yet, but this is a really cool release for Zombie, aka Dawn of the Dead. Although this is the zombie cut of the movie. This is the Argento cut of the movie. Got several more Scream Factory releases here that I've just not watched yet, that I've not put on the shelf. Urban Legend, I will do a review of this very soon, because I promised. And I'd like to keep my promises most of the time. Return of the Living Dead 2, Scream Factory Blu-ray. Class of 84, Scream Factory Blu-ray. In the Mouth of Madness, Scream Factory Blu-ray. And I picked up the new Savage Streets Code Red Blu-ray, but I've just not gotten around to watching it yet. So these were some releases that were not on the shelf. And I've got a Friday the 13th Blu-ray media book that I will be doing a Collector's Corner video on very soon. I don't know if I've seen any of your videos, Horror Fan Fanatic. Evil Laugh is awesome. Burial Ground is awesome. Check out both of those. I actually did a review of Evil Laugh not too long ago. So check out that review. And Burial Ground is just a hilarious zombie movie. Jaden Grimes, if you could pick any writer and director to do a Friday the 13th, who would it be? Gosh. Good question. I don't know. Gosh, that's a good question. Me. I would pick myself to write and direct the next Friday the 13th. And if you thought part 5 was sleazy, you ain't seen nothing yet. Okay. Hey, I'm back. Can I see one of your Friday the 13th mask? You just want to, let's see. Let me see if I've got one close. I just painted this one the other day. This is the Part 9 Poster Hawk. Just painted this one the other day. All shiny and chrome. So that's the most recent one that I've painted. One of my favorite movies, non-horror. Let's see. Heat, True Romance, The Thin Red Line, Drive, Taxi Driver. There's a lot more. There's a lot more. I don't just like horror. I like some other things too. I do have Ash of the Evil Dead or Ash versus the Evil Dead, because I've got the Ash versus Evil Dead and Army of Darkness. I've got several releases of Army of Darkness, Carlito. I'm a huge fan of Let the Right One In. I think I might have actually not even mentioned that one or the remake when I was back there talking about my collection. But Let the Right One In is one of my favorite movies. Love that movie to death. That movie just had such a huge impact on me the first time I saw it. Great freaking movie. Where do you get your Blu-rays? Any store or website specifically? Honestly, I get a lot of them off Amazon, or I buy them directly from the company who's distributing them. Jonathan Ivey, I'm new to your channel. I'm loving it. Great stuff. Awesome. Well, welcome to the channel, Jonathan. I'm glad to have you aboard. Miami Connection looks fun. Miami Connection is extremely fun. It is so fun. So fun. So fun. Joe Reese. What's up, Joe Reese? How you doing, man? Hey, Pizzow, since I pointed those German media books to you, I have collected Friday the 13th, 278, Halloween 456, Silver Bullock Mimic, and the Faculty media books. Cool. Very cool. Wander This World 97. How you doing, man? Just got home from the new Tarantino movie. How? Oh, well, thank you. Thanks. You're impressed by the organization. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. How was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? I kind of want to watch that. My girlfriend really wants to watch it. I've still not watched Crawl yet. And I really wanted to watch Crawl. Maybe I can check it out this weekend. I will do that, horror fan. You get Steve Miner to come back to Friday the 13th. It's not a bad choice. Friday night films. Hashtag make Friday sleazy again. Right on, Jerp. Right on, Jerp. Oh, thank you, Carlito. Thank you. Favorite Halloween sequel? Probably part 2. I just love the look of Michael in part 2. I love how he's all stiff and just kind of demonic looking, and I like the way the mask looks. Where do I get the hawks from that I paint? You mean like the blanks, horror fan? I get them from a couple of different places. JDF Studios is a good place to get them. That's probably my main place of getting them. So look up JDF Studios. What's my favorite poster? It would either be my Halloween poster signed by Carpenter or my Romero signed Dawn of the Dead poster. My favorite Friday the 13th. The one that I get the most entertainment out of is part 5. Other than that, I can't really say I've got a favorite one. I love them all, really. The first 9 of them I love. Nick B, hello. What's up, man? Favorite Fulci movie? I go back and forth between Zombie or City of the Living Dead, aka Gates of Hell. Take it easy, Piz. It was a real treat. All right, thanks, man. Thanks, RetroCac, aka the Obsoletionist. Have a good one, man. Thanks for tuning in and hanging out. If you could direct and produce a Friday the 13th film, how exactly would it be? And would it be a sequel? It wouldn't be anything. It would just be It would just be a group of people in the woods with Jason doing what Jason does the best. Maybe set it during the winter. But I mean, the story, it's not, you know what I mean? You know, it's not brain surgery. You know, writing one of those. You got a hockey mask from CS5 Unmasked. I've heard of him. Terrifier is not in my collection, Jamie. I have seen it. I did a review of it when it first came out, but it's not in my collection. Conversation with a Mime. Hello, how are you? Can we get a Spacey Sunday solo? Let me see if I can get my microphone down here so maybe you can hear a little bit of it. Ooh, that was a little. I think I'm a little out of tune too. Do I know the riff for Fool for a Blonde? No, but I wish I did. God, I wish I did. Least favorite Nightmare on Elm Street film? Probably Freddy's Dead or Freddy versus Jason, because really that's more of a Freddy movie than a Jason movie. Very Geezer Butler, you flatter me. Defile. Any updates on when you do the last 4 Jason movies as a watch on? Very good question, Captain Halloween. As a matter of fact, part 3 of the Support Crystal Lake fundraiser will be next month. That's going to happen next month. I've been working on that here recently. It's going to happen next month, but we're not going to be watching 4 of the movies back to back to back, because that's a little. Whew. The last time we did the part 5 through 8, man, that was a long haul. By the end of that, I was wiped out. Thank God, Vincente DeSanti hung with me through part 8, or I would have just been like, you know, I probably would have just drooled and like, Jason in Toronto. That would have been it. I'd been like, he just knocked off that guy's head. He punched his head right off. Yeah, literally, I was out of it. But next month, working on special guests right now, working on getting some really cool stuff, including hockey masks, maybe that very part 9 poster hawk mask to raffle off. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. Hitting up any convention soon? Nothing on the horizon, really. Nothing. Maybe stop by Scarefest, because that one's kind of in my backyard. But thank you for the Chill Factor review. You're welcome. I am a fan of the original It. I've not read the novel, though, The Rock. I think so, James. I think Jason and Winter would be. You don't need to change the storyline all that much. You know, you don't need to change the characters. We don't need a backstory. We don't need an origin story. We don't need to know about Jason's mom and Jason's dad and, why Jason's evil. Just, we don't need all that crap. A change of season. That's all we need, and really we don't even need that. Thank you, Viz. The Viz, I appreciate that. Why don't I alphabetize? Because I like to keep it, like most of it, like, distributor organized. So like if I want a movie that I know Arrow released, I'll go to my Arrow section. If I want a movie that I know Scream Factory released, I'll go to my Scream Factory section. I don't want to go. I'm not quite that, hardcore, that OCD about it where they're alphabetized. I know some people do that, and I mean, more power to them, but nah. Probably Alan. He probably will. I would think so. Onward to Dystopia. I think it'll have a much better ending. I think they'll come up with something better for the ending of It Chapter 2 than just... And even if they do go with like the big spider creature, I think they'll make it better. Miami Connection, best worst movie ever. It's right up there, man. I love it though. Most anticipated upcoming Scream Factory title, probably My Bloody Valentine. Yeah, me and the Viz are on the same page. Thank you, Orc. I love you too. I must, because I put up with your shenanigans. Orc, this is for you, bro. That was for you. My Bloody Valentine for sure. Yeah. But there's some good ones coming out. You know what I mean? I do want to get that Russ Thorne Slumber Party Massacre figure. I just pray that it's not like, $60. I mean, those two Night of the Demons figures are cool, but I can't drop $80 on those. Why is Saw getting another reboot with Chris Rock? Good question. I don't know. I mean, and you know what? Samuel L. Jackson's in the movie, and I guarantee you Samuel L. Jackson is the new Saw. The new Jigsaw. Guarantee it. You're not going to get the I Heart New York media book, Malek? For Friday 8? I thought that those new media books, all the artworks for those look really good. But I mean, there's 3 specifically. Like the part 8 is the one that's, all 3 of them look really cool. It's going to be difficult to pick. Yep, I know all about that, Alan. Can people buy my masks? Sure. If you want to buy a mask, just, send me a message on social media or through my website. Let me know what you want, and we'll work something out, man. Who wouldn't want to kill Chris Rock? LOL. It's a good one. How underrated is Halloween 3? I think it has been very underrated, but I think it's definitely, over the past few years, it's found its audience has grown substantially. First Power 100. What's up, man? Hey, Pizowell. It sucks that Rutger Hauer died recently. Huge fan of a lot of his movies. Me too, man. Me too. He was a great, great actor. Just, so good in so many things. And like that speech that his character gives at the end of Blade Runner about, tears and rain. He wrote that. He came up with that. Like, he wrote that before they shot the scene. So, I mean, and just a brilliant guy. Great actor, brilliant guy, clearly. Yeah, sad. Yeah, Split Second. I need to rewatch Split Second, Alan. I definitely need to rewatch Split Second. But one thing that kind of... I've seen a lot of people, talking about Rutger Hauer, as they should. But I've not seen a whole lot of people mentioning The Hitcher. And I found that very surprising. Is that movie still like under the radar? Even amongst like genre fans, even amongst people who, it's like I've seen people mention like, Split Second or, some of the more obscure Rutger Hauer movies, but then they don't even bring up The Hitcher. And I'm thinking like, whoa, how can you be that big a fan of Rutger Hauer and not, even if you don't like The Hitcher, at least recognize his performance? Is that $80 a piece, or it's $80 for both, Johnny? Which I realize that's about $40 per, which is kind of about how much those like clothed NECA figures are, but dropping 80 for both of them at the same time. I don't know. I love Night of the Demons. I love those two characters. I just don't, Favorite Freddy of any of the movies? Probably part 2 Freddy. I like his look, and because that's like the last one he was still truly evil. Part 3 is my favorite Nightmare, but that one kind of introduced some comedic elements and made Freddy more of, put him more in the spotlight. Part 2, he was still just good old evil Freddy. Oh, I agree, James. Yep. Maniac Cop. I think Maniac Cop is kind of underrated, I think, even amongst horror fans. Yeah. Oh yeah, he was great in Hobo with a Shotgun too, borderline. No doubt about it. Where do you think the horror genre will end up after Halloween and It are over? Well, I mean, we've got Candyman coming. We've got a new Saw coming. I'm shocked that we don't have a new Nightmare on Elm Street something coming. You want to see Bye Bye Man or the Slender Man? Gerano, no. I saw Bye Bye Man, and no one should see Bye Bye Man. You should say bye-bye to Bye Bye Man. Will they make another Texas Chainsaw? At some point, I'm sure they will. I know that some new company now owns the rights, so I'm sure they're working on it. Yeah, I've heard about that Onward. I've heard about that ending to It, the novel. Yeah. Really? Rambo Raff is doing a commentary for Split Second right now? Cool. Somebody asked me about like when I would do the next live watch along, not Friday the 13th, which is coming. Part 3 of the Support Crystal Lake fundraiser is coming next month. There is a movie that's public domain that I've thought about doing a live watch along for. It's just getting around to doing it, but I promise we'll get around to doing it very soon. It'll be a fun one, too. Very fun one. Who would win in a fight, Chop Top or the Hitchhiker? That's a good question. They're both very wiry, and wiry guys can be pretty tough. I would probably go with Chop Top, because Chop Top did have training. He was in NAMM. So, I mean, he's had some training. So I would give it to Chop Top. Do you see them doing another Halloween Thorn franchise? No. Nope. I wish. But no, not going to happen. I know. More Saw movies. Alice Cooper or Dawkins? Wow, that's a weird question. I guess I'd have to go with Alice Cooper. He's been around forever. He's got some, really good songs. He did the Part 6, Friday the 13th Part 6 soundtrack, for God's sake. Ghostface versus Part 2 Jason. Part 2 Jason, of course. Part 2 Jason would annihilate Ghostface. You hope we get some new Friday the 13th by 2080. It'll probably be right around that time, maybe. I'm just noticing in the DVD Blu-ray collection video, I should have dusted. I should have dusted. I just, I don't know. For some reason, I just did not. As much as I did plan the thing and schedule it and was kind of ready for it, I was not ready for it. Put it that way. I didn't even charge my phone up all the way, and I knew I was going to be using my phone. So I mean, I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. Did I pass through any towns on the way to Texarkana? I got really close to West Memphis, Arkansas, which is where the West Memphis 3 of Paradise Lost, of course, were. But my GPS took me around it. My GPS took me to a lot of, well, I prefer back roads on road trips because, just the interstate, that just straight, nothing is just kind of boring. And I mean, if you're on a road trip, you want to see stuff, you know what I mean? So did a lot of back roads through Texas, back roads through Arkansas. Because of Hurricane Barry, my GPS was constantly trying to redirect me to kind of get around it. So we ended up touching into Louisiana. We didn't plan on going to Louisiana, but we kind of dipped into Louisiana a little bit. But any other, I don't know about interesting towns, just, back roads, lots of back roads, particularly through Texas. Saw lots and lots of ranches. Everybody in Texas owns a ranch. And what was funny was like in somewhere on the property of every ranch was an old truck from like the 50s that was just like a fossil sitting out on their property. It was weird. I can't tell you how many ranches we passed that had like an old, decrepit, fossilized pickup truck like that on their property, just sitting there. I don't know. I just thought that was really interesting. Favorite decade for horror, the 80s. Favorite horror theme. Oh, man. I was thinking about all John Carpenter's stuff recently. Most people only, they recognize like Halloween, and I mean, the Halloween theme is great, but I mean, he did so many other great, the music for The Fog, the music for Escape from New York, the music for The Thing. He wrote and performed some great music for those films. So I don't know if I have a particularly favorite theme. I do really like the music for Pieces. It's an interesting one, which I've actually got the Pieces vinyl soundtrack here. Really like that one. Gosh, I thought the music for It Follows was really good. I'd rather see the Thorn trilogy than Michael and Laurie saga that we're getting. I don't blame you. What would you go to in a zombie apocalypse, and what would you fight with in a zombie apocalypse? Knives and guns. Very sharp knives. If you saw my my live stream, my collection live stream, you saw I own a samurai sword. So I do like my samurai sword. Oh, Day of the Dead. Yes. Day of the Dead has great music. And the Phantasm theme too. Awesome. Yes. Absolutely. Because what's a horror movie it seems the majority love but you don't like? Ooh. Gotta think about that one for a minute. Well, this isn't really a horror movie, but I remember, I've probably mentioned this in the past, I remember when The Sixth Sense came out. I watched that in the theater with some friends, and when that movie was over, I like walked out laughing. I thought that movie was awful, and like I didn't realize like people were walking out behind me crying, and like my two buddies who I went and watched it with, they were both like, yeah, it was pretty good. That was good. Yeah. And I was just like, what did we watch two different? I don't know. I've yeah. But horror movies that everybody liked that I don't like. That's a good question. I know there's a lot. Well, I know there's a few. Oh well, I don't know. I was going to say Hatchet, but most horror fans I know didn't like Hatchet. It was like the horror fans that work for like, you know, Bloody Disgusting. They really loved that movie. But like real horror fans, they were just like, it sucks. So where did the director of It Follows go? Where did the It Follows? He directed a movie called what was that called? Under the Silver Lake or something like that, which I've not had a chance to check it out yet. Well, actually, Midsummer. It seemed like a lot of people really liked Midsummer, and I was just like, it did nothing for me. Seemed like a lot of people really liked it, and I was just like, meh. You know. You feel that way walking out of any superhero movie? I can't watch superhero movies anymore. I used to love superhero movies. I loved, like, you know, Batman and, you know, Blade and, you know, stuff like that. But I don't know, it just like what Disney and what Disney's done with Marvel, the new Marvel stuff. I just, you know, nah. Do you think it's possible that Jason Blum could buy the Friday the 13th rights? You know, I don't know. From my understanding, Miller and Cunningham do not want to make a deal. Those two guys hate each other's guts, and they do not want to make a deal. Now, if somebody came along with enough money, maybe, but I mean, those two really do not like each other. I mean, that's what I've been told by more than one person who's got some inside info on all that. They hate each other's guts. They're not gonna. I mean, literally, what I've been told is one of them will have to die for this thing to end. You don't like the new It movie, Jan Man? You did not like the new It movie? What is wrong with you? But that's fine. I mean, what specifically did you not like? Did you not like about it? I mean, I can understand people not liking it. I mean, I loved it. I really enjoyed it, but I can understand people not liking it. Can you shout me out? Musty Nickel 703. There you go. PlayStation 9 is back. I'd rather see another Friday the 13th movie than for Danny McBride, David Gordon Green to get their hands on it. It's going good, PlayStation 9. How you doing, man? Did you happen to catch any of my Blu-ray DVD collection live stream? I don't like it. Love the new Halloween movies. I appreciate Halloween back in the spotlight. I just take the story arc and they took the mystery out of Michael. You know, Halloween 2018 was really interesting because the first time I watched it in the theater, I really liked it. And then the second time, and especially the third time I saw it on Blu-ray, you really see like that movie's really kind of, I don't know. That was like a movie that was made in the editing room. And like pieced together like Frankenstein. And you really see like the stitches barely holding it together. So, I mean, that movie was really close, I think, to being a mess. But from a lot of the things that I heard that Danny McBride and David Gordon Green wanted to put in the movie, you know, wanting like, you know, Dr. Loomis to die in the opening to rewrite the ending of Halloween, you know. If they'd done that, I mean, I probably would have walked out, honestly. I would have walked out at that point. I think a lot of horror fans would have also. A lot of Halloween fans would have also. I think you're the only person who didn't like the Babadook, Charlie. All right, Sharkfin, take care, man. Have a good one. Out of all the horror icons, you think Michael Myers has the most wasted potential, James? I hear you. I hear you. Still love the guy, but man, they did him no favors with all these reboots and troubled continuity. I know. I was thinking about, you know, because Danielle Harris wants to get back into Halloween. And it would kind of be interesting because if she got into one of these upcoming Halloween movies, as of course a different character than, you know, not as Laurie Strode's daughter, but just in there, it would be interesting because she would be part of the Thorn Halloween universe, part of the Rob Zombie Halloween universe, and she'd be part of the Halloween 1 to Halloween 2018 universe. And then I was thinking, like, you know, Halloween 1 is part of, like, because there's the Halloween 1, 2, and H2O and Resurrection universe. There's the Halloween to Halloween 2018 and beyond universe. And, well, I think that was it. But, yeah, just trying to break down all the different universes, like the family tree of the Halloween movies is out of control. Out of control. That's why I didn't care. Like, people were talking about how, you know, Halloween 2018 was going to, like, you know, I don't know, disrupt whatever. And I was like, you know, this series continuity is beyond disrupted already. You can't disrupt it anymore. You know what I mean? Marvel is rebooting Blade, I know. I'm happy to see that they're rebooting Blade. It won't be R-rated, but I gotta tell you, I was incredibly relieved that after they announced that they were rebooting Blade, that they didn't follow up that announcement by announcing that a 90-pound woman was going to play Blade. So I was incredibly relieved when Mahershala Ali was announced to be the next Blade. I was like, thank God. Because, like, literally I was expecting, like, you know, I don't know, 90-pound woman to walk out and be like, hey, I'm Blade. Melg Gaming. Hello, what's up? How you doing? I really don't plan on. I don't know. I'm really not gaming very much these days. PlayStation 9. There's nothing I really want to stream as far as gameplay wise. So I don't know if there's anything. You know, maybe when like the Blair Witch Project game comes out, but that streams. That's a. I could probably still stream it on my YouTube channel somehow. I could figure it out. I might buy that one when it comes out. I don't know. Robert Suave. What's up, Robert Suave? Is the new Halloween 2018 movie a remake? No, it is a direct sequel to the original. No, Mel, Blade, the new Blade is not a woman. I was just very relieved that when they announced that Blade was going to be rebooted, that they also did not announce that, a 90-pound woman was going to play Blade. Because, Marvel Disney's all about, let's change things up and change genders and this and that and, wherever they're going. Response: didn't improve the miniseries in any way. Kid characters weren't any better. Filled with cliches. Could see coming far away. Richie's humor was only to keep dropping F-bomb. Pennywise isn't scary funny. Okay. Also too much CGI. Pinhead has some real wasted potential too. Yeah, well they're rebooting Pinhead. It's being written by David Goyer. And what I heard about it was that Pinhead was getting woke. So it's going to be a woke Hellraiser. A very woke Hellraiser. J. Sear Crowder, what's up? How you doing? Ooh, what is my favorite NECA figures? Gosh. My favorite NECA figures. Man, that's a rough one. The Eric Freeman, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, because I love Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. I love Eric Freeman. I think it's super freaking cool that we've got a Eric Freeman from Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 NECA figure. I'm really looking forward to the Roy Ultimate Part 5 figure that's coming out early next month, I think. Late this month. Well, it's already pretty late this month, but I think it's early next month or something like that. I don't know. My day's been pretty good. JC, thanks for asking. Darwin Fanatic has a bigger VHS collection than you. Well, it doesn't take much because I've only got, 10 VHS tapes at this point. Well, I've got 10, 11 because I've got the Friday the 13th Part 5 VHS tape. 12, 13 because I've got the Silent Night, Deadly Night and Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 VHS tapes. So there you go. What's on my shirt? The Sawyer family. And it says family is forever. How would I rank the Doom games? Honestly, I don't. There was really just one Doom game I played on PC back in the day. I don't remember which one it was, but I did play it quite a bit. I remember liking it a lot. No, if what I heard comes to fruition, Pinhead will likely be a female, and her favorite prey will be toxic white men. So, yep, there you go. Oh my God, if Danny Steinway were still alive and he did a Halloween entry, it'd be fantastic. Conversations with a Mom. It'd be so good it would never get released. Never get released. To me, Leprechaun is the most unwanted franchise in horror history. I would probably have to agree with you, First Power. I would probably have to agree with you. You wonder why Barker isn't involved with Hellraiser anymore? I mean, why should he? I mean, at this point, I'm sure he gets a check whenever they do something Hellraiser related. He gets a check. Kind of like, I mean, that's John Carpenter, up into Halloween 2018. Every time they made a Halloween movie, he got a check. So he was like, hey, keep making them. You know what I mean? I get paid every time you make one. So keep making them. He doesn't want anything else to do with them, but he'll take that paycheck. No, there you go, Malek. I agree. Did you hear the news that NECA cannot? Yes, I did. I did hear that news, Jaden. NECA cannot. They can release what they've already got planned, but all future Jason figures are on hold until after the lawsuit. So the Ultimate Part 7, the Ultimate Part 8, the Ultimate Jason Goes to Hell, yep, not happening. I've never played any of the Turok games, no. Not heard anything about a Maniac Cop remake. Think Netflix is starting to make better film shows than actual studios. Well, I mean, one of their original movies got nominated for an Oscar, so there you go. And I mean, they're losing so much, third party content. They've got to be making their own stuff, So they got to make their own stuff to survive these days. Have I seen the movie? He's out there on Netflix. Nope. You'd love a Megan and Tommy J6 Nega figure? Oh, yeah. Yeah, those would be cool. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's interesting, Rock Music Forever 90, because Pinhead in the book, the short story, the novella, The Hellbound Heart, Pinhead is it's odd to tell what sex it is, because the voice is kind of unidentifiable, kind of. That's how I recall Barker describing like the voice of Pinhead in. He doesn't call him Pinhead, but Pinhead's voice in the novella. And as I recall, the way that describe it too, that Pinhead's kind of, androgynous. Oh, really? Stephen King has a movie hitting Netflix in October, In the Tall Grass. Oh, I didn't know that, Roland. Cool. Probably. Borderline. Probably. The movie Venom, which there's a couple of different Venoms. Are you talking about the recent Venom with Tom Hardy? Or the old Venom about the snake? They were trying to bring Pinhead into a Jason versus Freddy movie way back in the day, but that never panned out. All right, Malek, take care, man. Have a good one. There's the Sleepaway Camp, the infamous Sleepaway Camp box set that the American Red Cross did not appreciate. Talking about the Hardy one. Yeah, I saw that one. I liked it. It had some issues, but I liked it overall. Yeah, I think Tom Hardy's a good actor. Yeah. It's been a while since I've read The Hellbound Heart, but it's a good read, and I mean, it's brief. If you're a fan of Hellraiser, I would definitely recommend it. Yeah, I agree, Charlie Varick. I agree, but Freddy versus Jason wasn't about. That was a Freddy movie. That wasn't a Jason movie. That really wasn't even a Freddy versus Jason movie. That was a Freddy movie, in my opinion. I've not seen the Deep Space movie with Bryan Cranston. Favorite of the Romero trilogy is Day. Dawn was my favorite for a long, long time, but now my favorite is Day. I love Day of the Dead. Love Day of the Dead. Would I want to see another Blade Runner? No. I think they said all they needed to say with Blade Runner and Blade Runner 2049. Thank you, Jasir. Appreciate that. No, I did not see the Critters Shutter series or Critters Attack. No, I did not. They didn't look good, and what I heard about them, I heard they were just so bad. I just don't want to waste my time. Day is your favorite, also Jerp. Yeah. There's just something about Day, man. It's so bleak. It's so dark. It's just so, apocalyptic. I love the music in the film. I love the late, oh gosh, what was his name? Oh, I can't believe I've forgotten his name. He just passed away recently. He played Captain Rhodes. Love that performance. I love him him just like, choke on him. And you know what? He was the smart one. If they listened to what he said, they'd, you know what I mean? That stuff wouldn't have happened. I don't know. Day of the Dead was the first Dead movie you saw. I think Day of the Dead was actually the first one that I became aware of. Joe Pilato, yes, PlayStation 9. I think that's the first one that I first became aware of because I saw the VHS of it in some store. And the artwork was just so striking to me. And I remember flipping around the back of the box. And there was this scene on the back of the box where the guy's getting like his face torn off and he's like right here, and like they're tearing off his eyelid and you can see his eye under it. And I remember just being like, whoa, what, gosh, what is this? And the artwork and then the images on the back just completely, I was like, enamored. Every time we went to, it was like a grocery store too, as I recall. So, yeah, it's odd. So every time we would go there when I was a kid, I would like find that VHS box and look at it and just be like, whoa, something's going on here. Nope, I've not read the Halloween Returns script. I've not played Red Dead Redemption 2. I have no idea what the circus is about. I don't know if I've ever even heard of that, Roland. Oh, goodness. Let's see. How long have we been going here, folks? Oh, man. Oh, it's after midnight. Ooh. Well, guys, if you missed my complete Blu-ray DVD collection live stream that's playing right there in the corner of the screen, go check out that video. It should be all processed and uploaded on my channel. And go check that out. That was a lot of fun to do. I will do the updated Man Cave tour video probably next week. I probably won't do it live, but I'll upload the video, and then later in the day, I may do like a live follow-up to talk about it. Something like I did here with this live stream. So, but if you missed that, definitely check it out. And again, next month I will be doing part 3 of the Support Crystal Lake fundraiser. I'm working on that now, putting stuff together for raffle prizes, perhaps even this part 9 poster hawk. Very shiny, very chrome, very beautiful. There'll be some special guests. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll raise some money for Camp Nobi Bosco, which is the shooting location for the original Friday the 13th. So that'll be a lot of fun. Keep your eyes peeled for that. If you're not following me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, do so. And yeah. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Take care. And until next time, peace.